Kaitlyn with Degenhart Realty, and we are in our second segment of the First Home Buyers Tour. I'm here at Guild Mortgage with Debbie. Welcome, Debbie.
Hi, Kaitlyn. So glad to be here.
So glad to have you. And we're going to just talk about mortgage. So to start, who is Guild?
So Guild Mortgage has been in business since 1960. We're just celebrating our 60th year. And in the mortgage world, we're a mortgage banker. So what that means to a borrower is that we're a direct lender. So we're direct with Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA. So we're a direct lender. We have over $50 billion worth of servicing. So most of our loans stay in-house with us. And we have a wide variety of products, and they do not typically have as many what's called underwriting overlays. So that's very helpful to the borrower. So the borrower doesn't have as many restraints with Guild Mortgage as you do with other mortgage companies.
Yeah, that's great. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a big question for our first home buyers is why own instead of rent? What advice do you have in there?
I bought my first house when I was 18 years old, Kaitlyn.
Oh my goodness.
And I've owned many, many houses over the years. I've owned personal homes, investment properties, second homes. So obviously I totally believe in real estate ownership. And I think the number one thing is that you're building equity for yourself, not for the landlord.
Right.
And then the second thing would be, right now we all have the tax benefits, so you get to write off the property taxes, you get to write off the interest on that loan, so it helps you when you go to file your taxes, and so ultimately you end up in a better situation financially.
Right, absolutely. I know for me personally, when I look at people that are buying houses, their mortgage is lower than what I pay in rent. So it's like, why would you not?
Absolutely. With interest rates so low right now, they're in the threes, and with rates that low, it really makes a lot of sense to buy instead of rent.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about how much can I afford when I buy a house and coming up with the numbers of where I should be purchasing, how do you determine that?
So it's definitely a process. So the first thing we do is take a look at all the different programs that are available. And there's many, many programs that are available. For all of you that are veterans out there, the VA loan is an amazing product. There's no mortgage insurance. It's 100% financing. If any of the veterans have had any service-connected disability, they don't even have a funding fee. Interest rates are very, very low. I have a down payment assistance program called Heroes to Home that helps the veteran get into a loan with even lower interest rates. So VA is a fabulous product. Here in Douglas County, the next product is USDA. And so USDA is, again, another 100% financing product, and no down payment required. We even have programs to help with the closing costs. Then we have Federal Housing Authority, FHA loans. Those are very, very common here in the area, and that helps the borrower with minimal down payment, 3.5%, and we have down payment assistance programs for that one as well. And then, of course, the good old conventional loan. Okay. So what we do is we take a look at their income, the borrower's income, and typically 1/3 of whatever they gross is a comfortable payment. So if a family of two grosses $5,000 a month, then probably about a $1,500 a month house payment, $1,700 is very comfortable for them. So it really truly depends. When I meet with a borrower, I actually have a personal family budget form that I can go over with them. And we take a look at their pay stubs and what do they clear, what are they spending now for rent, what are their monthly expenses, and we try to make sure that, I always say, don't have the house on you, you want you to own the house. But at that same time, I also find out, what are their spending habits, I'm one of those shoes people, got a lot of shoe problems. So I take a look at what are their spending habits like. Do they go out to eat a lot? Where can we kind of cut and see whether or not they want to, or nope, this is the way I want my life to go. And so then we tailor it, because it's not always what you can qualify for. It's about where they're comfortable. So that's a really big part of the process.
That's so important that you don't really think about either, because you do have to change things or accommodate in different areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So the home buying process, where do you start? What are your steps?
So the first thing is, the first step is to actually get pre-approved. As you know, you as the Realtor team, you're not even going to take them out looking because you don't want to go out there and look at a $500,000 house when you can afford $350,000. Like, that's terrible. So we find out affordability. There's no cost to get pre-qualified. So we run credit, so we have to run credit. If there's any repairs that need, we can work on that credit ahead of time to make sure they're ready to purchase. Then we find product, so we look at their product. We gather their documents. It's a pretty simple list. W-2s, pay stubs, tax returns, and bank statements. And then we look at down payment. So do we need down payment assistance? Do we need family that might be helping with a gift? Or do we need to work on a savings plan so we know how we're going to be able, come up with that total number of what they're going to need cash-wise, and then come up with a plan of what they're going to do. So we get them pre-approved. Typically it's about 72 hours, so we can have them all approved and ready to go. Then the next step is go out and go home shopping, because now we know our price. Yeah, they meet with you and meet with Christy, and now they know our price, and they have a lot of fun doing that. And then when you go to write an offer, we're going to tailor it to that home. So we're going to find the sales price, the taxes, get a homeowner's insurance quote, make sure, and total numbers, so there's no surprises. I hear those nightmares, with some lenders.
It's so disappointing when that happens too.
Yeah.
You build such an expectation, like you get shocked at the very end.
Yeah, there's nothing like somebody saying, "Oh, I need $6,800," and now it was $7,200, and that $400 could make a difference of whether or not they eat the next month. So that's pretty important.
That's why you guys are so important, though, is you protect the people throughout the entire process.
Absolutely.
It takes away the surprises and just having that hand to hold through.
Yeah. And we do Tuesday updates every single Tuesday. So as you know, because you
I
get
love
them.
your updates.
Yeah. So every Tuesday we contact the listing agent, the selling agent, the borrower, keep them updated all along the way. When the appraisal comes in, that's a celebration. When the loan approval comes in, that's another celebration. So all along the way, we take the fear out of, don't be afraid to get pre-approved. I think one big thing for some borrowers or new homeowners, first-time home buyers, if you haven't owned a home in 3 years, you're a first-time home buyer again.
Oh, wow.
So all you have to do is not have had a home for 3 years. So then it may open up even more programs that'll be accessible to them.
Right. And Guild works with so many, too. Like you listed before, there's a handful of things that you're likely to qualify for.
Right, exactly. So then we customize the program. So we get pre-approved, then you open the escrow, and then that's where you work your magic. We find the right house, then it's home inspections, pest inspections, sometimes well and septic inspections. So we work through all of that process. Once we know the home is ready to go, then we order the appraisal, get that taken care of, get you out of underwriting, draw docs, and before you know it, you're a homeowner, and we're handing over the keys.
And even just sitting here, you make me feel like it's such peace. Like it's so fun and easy, the thought of it, and to know you can get pre-qualified in just 72 hours too. Like, why be so stressed, and why keep waiting and pushing it off if it's so available to you?
Yeah,
fast?
not to be afraid of. And another thing is, some people may have had, everyone has past. So you may have had a bankruptcy, you may have had a foreclosure, you may have had a short sale. So don't be afraid of those things. I'm here to help you through that entire process and figure out, do we need to rebuild credit? What is it that we need to do? Some people just don't have any credit at all. So I'll help them through that process and figure out what should they do to build credit. Should we open up secured visas? So we don't want you to do things without that education of knowing what the right thing to do is.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at all the financing options, how many are there and what are available to me?
So many. So just like we talked, that VA is a wonderful program, USDA, that is the Rural Housing Department. And so that's available here in Douglas County, and it's population driven. So it's not available in Carson City. It's not available in Washoe County because they have too much population.
Right.
There's some area in Sparks that it's available, and it's available in all of Lyon County. So for our local area, it's a wonderful program with minimum down payment and really helps the borrower. No down payment, excuse me, but it's closing costs, so minimum closing costs.
Right.
Conventional loans, we have a 3% down for a conventional loan for first-time home buyers, 5% down. I think a big thing for them to know is don't be afraid of PMI, property mortgage insurance. I think for so many years people say, oh, don't have mortgage insurance. Well, think about all the years that you would have to save 20% down. Right. And all those years you could have been building equity in your home. Right. And typically within 5 years in just a normal appreciation market, they can remove that mortgage insurance and it helped them to get into the property. They have all the tax benefit and they're good to go. So that's conventional. And then FHA, we do a lot of FHA loans. That's your Federal Housing Authority because it has lower FICO score requirements, higher income limit requirements. And then we have all the down payment assistance programs. So we have Nevada Housing Division, NRHA, Nevada Rural Housing Authority. So we have all of the different down payment assistance programs that can help as well. So we just kind of figure out what the borrower's needs are and then find one of the programs and fit them into the one that works the best.
It's unique for everybody too. Every loan that you open is probably a special situation.
Everyone is different. Everyone is different. I think one thing many first-time homebuyers may be business owners and they think, oh, how do I qualify and what do I do? So we take a look at those taxes and figure out for sure how much income we're going to be able to use and assist them before they file the next year's taxes to make sure they're good to go. So, we look at it all. I think when I first helped Christy years ago when she bought her home, her husband didn't have any credit score. Right. So we worked on getting them credit and getting them ready to go. And before they knew it, they were homeowners. And gosh, in a short period of time, she has a ton of equity built in that home.
The home is beautiful too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So for my last question, and it wasn't scripted or anything, so this is completely off, but what would you say that your number one tip would be for the first time?
I think the number one tip is don't be afraid of the process. I promise I won't bite. Give me a call anytime. I've been doing this for 35 years. I absolutely love what I do. I don't know how many careers you can say 35 years later that you still love what you do. Love helping first-time home buyers. I totally believe in the process and believe in home ownership. I think one of the best things about owning your own home is when you get to plant those bulbs this spring and next year they come back up again, or paint the room the same color that their children want, or help a family that has elderly parents and find that mother-in-law quarter so the whole family can be together. It's such a fun process, so don't be afraid of it. And there, no question is, we're going to find out the answers. If for some reason I don't know the answer, I'm going to dig it out and I'm going to find the answer. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Great, Debbie, thank you so much for your time and for meeting with us and all of your excellent advice. I mean, I know someone that's looking to purchase a home. This is very valuable information.
Absolutely. Well, give us a call. We're there anytime you need us, and we look forward to helping you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. So this concludes the second segment of our home buying seminar. I am going to list Debbie and her team's information below, so if you do have any further questions, I really encourage you to either comment below or reach out and we'll definitely connect you to Debbie. And stay tuned for our third segment where we'll be interviewing Rochelle at Tycor Title. Hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you.